What's going on, gamers? Here we are back with some more Elden Ring. What we're covering today is the location of and how you can get into all 7 of the walking mausoleums. Absolutely perfect if you want to duplicate a remembrance, enabling you to get both items from those boss remembrances. So if that sounds good, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. I'll bring you all the latest and greatest content, hints, tips, guides and builds, and just some fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games. But for today, I'm here to show you the location of, and how you can get into very easily, all of these walking mausoleums. So jumping in at number 1, and the first one you very possibly may come across, just down the bottom of your map, jumping over to the Weeping Peninsula, is going to be one walking around in this area just here. The closest point that you can spawn in at is this grey site just here, the Tombsword Catacombs. So you're going to teleport to there, and then you're going to make your way just outside and look over the cliff facing, where you should be able to see it quite nice and easy off in the distance. Make your way towards it, and what you're probably going to notice is that it's got an absolutely gigantic bell on the bottom. One thing to remember, if the mausoleum has a bell, it can duplicate any of the remembrances that you can get in the game. If it doesn't, it's only a select few. Basically from any of the bosses you defeat that aren't actual shard bearers. Pretty much the ones that will not be giving you great runes, but there will be a full list right at the end telling you all of the remembrances that are allowed to be duplicated without these. Now these things, as you can probably tell, they hit ridiculously hard, so try not to get stamped on, as it may well be the end of you. All you're going to do for this very first one will be to try and knock off all of the skulls that are on its feet. Very similar to kind of barnacles, but obviously they're skulls. You're going to knock them off, and after you've destroyed a few of them, it's going to make the mausoleum crumble to the floor, in which point you can gain entry to it by just making your way around to the front staircase. You're going to open up the door, make your way inside, and right in front of you here is going to be where you're able to duplicate your remembrance. Because this one had a bell, means we can duplicate any of the ones we want. If it didn't have, like I said, we'd only be able to do a select few. Moving on to our number 2, and further up the map past Raya Lucaria Academy, and you want to be spawning in at the East Raya Lucaria Gate. From here you're going to make it slightly over this way, as if you're going towards the cliff facing, because we're going to need to get there in order to jump off and make it onto one of the walking mausoleums itself. So head over in this direction, and you're going to see a lot of these things just here, a kind of giant stone platform. I found the easiest one to go to was just over on this one, and then make your way a little bit further down, because if you jump from too high it does still kill you because it takes off too much health. So jump down twice and you should be golden. Then you will be playing a bit of the waiting game. So what you're going to do, literally just wait until that mausoleum walks straight towards you, and then you can jump straight across to it. Now even though it does get very close, you are going to want to make sure you jump on your horse, because otherwise you're probably still going to miss the jump. But after a little while, as you can see here, nice and easy, we made it across, no real issues. And then rather than knocking off the skulls on the feet, this time we're going to be knocking off all of the ones that are around the entrance and just around to the sides. After a short time, again it's going to crumble to the floor. Be careful, because most times this does knock you off, but it doesn't really take off too much damage. And then just make your way in. And because this one is another one with the bell, it means you can duplicate any of them to get the reward. For our number 3 spot, and this actually has a 2 right in the same location, both of which however are walking mausoleums without bells, so keep that in mind. Now the best place to spawn in at is the Mausoleum compound. If however you haven't got that, the Church of Inhibition just here, and making your way down, or of course making your way all the way to the Grand Lift of Dectus, and then making your way down to the tree, and then around and down to the Mausoleum compound also works. But upon spawning in here, you're going to see one straight forward, and also one just to the right, meaning both are pretty much exactly next to each other. Now to tackle these is very similar, although it does have a slightly different mechanic. As you can see here, it tends to bend down a little bit, and after a crouch it does a jump, so make sure you're not in that error effect, otherwise you will be one shot. Anytime you see it trying to bend down, that means it's going to start a leap and you're going to want to get out of the way. Other than that, exactly the same again, take it down by destroying those skulls and then make your way inside. Like I said, neither of these two have a bell, meaning you can only do a few select remembrances. Jumping in at 4, right next to it, you would think you're going to run and jump off of there. I tried it, it didn't work out well. Make your way straight down the hill and then chuck it left and just go from the ground. Trust me, it's a lot easier and it will save you a lot of hassle. This one's another jumping one, so you're going to want to avoid it whenever it's doing those big leaps. Smash up its feet again. Eventually it's going to crumble to the floor until you can make your way inside again. Like I said, no bell, so you can only do the non-shard bearer remembrances here. Jumping in at number 5, and you're going to have to have made it quite a ways into the game, because we're moving all the way up the map. You're going to have to have gone past the Lift of Dectus and the Lift of Rold and made it up into the snowy region, because we're going to be travelling all the way to the Castle Soul main gate Grace Point. Upon teleporting here, nice and easy, you're not going to have to look for this one, it is going to be right outside, so you can pretty much see it from the start. Now this one, I don't know if it was me, it had a bit of an odd movement with its feet. In fact, the first time I got crushed very quickly. So just be careful, because it seems to me that it didn't quite have as much height when it was moving around. But again, it has a bell, make your way inside and you can grab any of the remembrances again. Next up at number 6, making our way all the way over to the left, is going to be the Ordina Liturgical Town Grace Point. You're going to spawn in there, jump on your horse and then make your way over in this direction. If you haven't already got it, make your way down the hill and there will be a golden seed in order for you to pick up, which can help you with your flasks. Also be a bit mindful, as this one's slightly different to any of the other actual walking mausoleums. As you can see here, it kind of has a lot of, I'm going to go with magical artillery just shooting off in the distance, and it can make you have a very bad day. So try and avoid them at all costs, zigzag, in and out, and you should be golden. Then just make your way underneath and take them out from there. The one thing I found, because I was trying to avoid the artillery, I did almost get wiped by it falling on my head. So be a bit mindful when it's coming down, because you are going to want to make your way outside. Pretty sharpish. Jump up the stairs, make it through the front doors, and your reward is going to be, this time, any of the remembrances, because it had the bell again. And next up, last but definitely not least, and number 7 is going to be down from here, but it's going to be the under part of the map. On the Xbox at least, you click in the right analog, use whatever button you need in order to see the lower parts of the map, as if you're going to Nokron and areas such as that. We're going to be going to Deep Root Depths for this final mausoleum. The grace point you're going to want to be looking for is the Nameless Eternal City. Once there, this one's actually quite easy once you know how to get onto it, but a bit of a nightmare if you don't. Jump on your horse, Don't do what I did and almost fall off the cliff facing. Instead, you're going to make your way over to the left hand side and you're going to be looking for an air vent. This gust of wind is going to make things so much easier. So jump on that. Make sure you're on your horse, make sure you're running at all time and dashing. Jump over to the left hand branch here. Avoid all of the monsters that are trying to take you out because they will be a bit annoying, but I've had no issues while I'm on my horse and riding fast. And then just jump off at the end, and nice and simple, same again, you're going to smash all the skulls on the outside and it's going to fall to the ground. Make your way inside and you'll be able to duplicate any of the rewards once again because it was one with a bell underneath. Right, you guys and girls, hopefully that's helped a few of you out. I'll be leaving a full list of the remembrances and the ones that can and can't be duplicated at a certain walking mausoleums. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you all next day.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need.